Edmonton Oilers, they need all the help in the world they can get. This can be a hell of a series, Florida Panthers. Yes, Edmonton got beat 3-0 first game, outshot the Florida Panthers 35-18, and Sergei Bobrovsky, the Russian goaltender, stoned them. I mean, with saves he made, when the net was wide open, just unbelievable. That's only counts as one game. Now, the Oilers do have to win tonight at 5 o'clock. Don't call me. Don't text me. I'll be screaming at the TV if the Oilers don't climb back in to this playoff series. But it's going to probably go 6 or 7. It'll be really hard on the fans in Canada if Connor McDavid and Edmonton can't get this done because they've waited so long for these guys to get into the playoffs. One other hockey note. I don't understand this explanation. Gary Bettman, the commissioner, the president of the NHL, was asked at the State of the League address before the first game of the Stanley Cup Finals just about the status of legendary coach Joel Quenneville. Quenneville, great coach. He was a great player as a defenseman, great coach, St. Louis Blues, Chicago, and then obviously was in the NHL and was removed. He got implicated in the sexual assault situation. Video coach of the Blackhawks years ago sexually assaulted a rookie on the Blackhawks team. Nothing came of it till the ex-Blackhawk young prospect finally went public about 2 years ago and filed a massive lawsuit and won it. But what was implicated was the general manager of the Blackhawks was dragged into this because they had knowledge that this incident had happened and did nothing about it. Quenneville got dragged into it. It happened during the playoffs, and Quenneville's response is, I have playoff games to get ready for. I'm not going to be concerned at this minute about a fringe player and what might have happened to him. And Blackhawks never did the investigation at the point that it happened. And the true investigation never happened until the player filed the lawsuit, and then they found out that this had happened. Well, the big issue with Quenneville, he stepped down. He was, I guess, in essence, he was unsuspended. He was forced out. He stepped away, and he's never been reinstated. And NHL clubs have gone and wanted to talk to Quenneville, and Quenneville's directed them to Gary Bettman and said, I have to go through a reinstatement hearing or meeting. And Bettman has never brought him in for that hearing. So in essence, Quenneville, who's kind of on the periphery of the story, he's just really been blackballed. He's a hell of a coach, and he was a fine player and gentleman. So I feel kind of bad for him. That's the other big hockey story off the ice. And John Riley says,
so is that guilty until proven innocent? I mean, is he, because he was never tried, he was never investigated. Yeah. It's just a rumor.
Well, it's not a rumor because the incident happened and the kid won the lawsuit against the team. And Scotty Bowman's son, Stan Bowman, who was the general manager of the Blackhawks, was fired. Quenneville, of course, was already gone, but Quenneville was coaching in the Deep South at that point in time, and he stepped away. Now, I'm sure the league told him, you must step away or maybe you're going to get suspended. But it's been 3 or 4 years now, and these clubs are calling saying, we'd like to talk to Quenneville, and the league has not scheduled a reinstatement hearing, which I think is really unfair to the guy.
Sounds like Major League Baseball and Pete Rose and all this other stuff about reinstatement. But go on, that Oilers shirt's fantastic, by the way. Talk about the game tonight. Let's just assume that the Oilers are unsuccessful and they're down 0-2. Is the series over in your opinion?
No, because playing up there at Rogers Place, that's an unbelievable place. It's noisy. I mean, there's a real home ice advantage in that building. It rocks, it rolls. You've seen the pregame festivities, and they sing the "Oh Canada" in the middle of the crowd. I mean, it's just a phenomenal thing. They're not done. Edmonton's going to score some goals. Edmonton has bounced back in other series so far this season. But, I mean, they dominated that game. I mean, at one point, I think the shots were 14-2 Edmonton. They just couldn't put the puck in the net. Bobrovsky stoned them. And Bobrovsky, not only is he a great goaltender in terms of quickness, now he's a bit of a flopper, which means the net is open. He goes down. I've never seen somebody make as many saves flashing a stick out there while he's lying face down on the ice or kicking his pads out there and blocking shots. Wow. So what I think Edmonton has to do is storm the net, but go high. Because if he's going down, he could still get to it. But if you're getting him to move side to side, go high. Beat him over the shoulder. So it'll be fun going forward. It was interesting. At the start of the Edmonton game, Bobrovsky got hit with a deflected shot right in the face mask. And he went down like a sack of potatoes. They said, holy cow, he's stunned. And they had a face-off, and he was just skating around, and they gave him some time to catch his breath. Came back, he was unbelievable. but he took a glancing shot on a deflection right off the face mask, and he went boom. But great series. It'll be fascinating to see if Edmonton does some different things. I think they got to go top shelf to beat Bobrovsky, maybe to get him back into the net and not being on the edge as aggressive as he is. But pretty good playoff series.
Hockey players are a different breed, aren't they, Lee?
Oh, cut from a different cloth. Toughest trophy in the world to get to. So, Lakers line is open. Hockey hotline is open. Fans Forum is just about to start.